Draconic Wicca is not a religion. Draconic Wicca is a collection of old dragon deities that come together. Back in the day, way before the Abrahamic religions, the dragon was seen as a deity in every corner of the world, in every kind of, almost every kind of religion that they had. The dragon was seen as a deity of nature. And that is what humans now, to this day, actually don't know about the dragons. Once I said, I discovered Tiamat, and I said this to the first human being. Of course, I had my fair share of ridiculing my faith, and I wanted to search down for people that were actually having the same encounter with the dragon god, because my first encounter was with Tiamat. I didn't know that she was a dragon goddess, but later on I discovered her, what she had back in the day, the history that she had with humans, that she was actually a very worshipped goddess, and that she was the mother of all dragons and deities. That is something that I didn't know, and I was searching down for other people and saying, do you know something about Tiamat? Tiamat, who's that? A dragon goddess. It's like, a dragon goddess? This guy's not. So no, that is what people actually, they don't know a lot about dragon gods. And actually, the dragon gods in itself, they don't need a lot of people that talk for them, because they come together by themselves. That is what true gods are. True gods come back whenever they want. And that is what, when they want to have contact with you, that is their decision. But I like to tell you a bit more about the dragon gods, things that you might not know about the dragon gods. The first thing is actually, sorry, the dragons are not a god or a goddess of light. Actually, no god that I actually know back in the day or now that is being worshipped is a god of entire light. You can say that the Abrahamic god that they now worship all the time is a god of light. Well, actually no, because he started off as a tyrant, as really something bad, because back in the day, there was an ancient testament that said that he separated himself from light and dark, that he was actually the devil himself. That is what people don't like to know, because people always are reaching out for the light, but they don't know that everything has as well a dark side of it. And that is the same thing with the dragon. The dragon is not dark, or light. They are the balance between it. And that is what people also don't know, that a dragon god can be angry. A dragon god can be disappointed. A dragon god can be furious sometimes even. And that is something that you can see as well inside of nature. And that is my next point. Dragons are elements, the embodiments of natural elements on the earth. The dragons are nature. Dragons are the elements. That is why I come to the forest, because Tiamat is actually water, salty water, but still water. And the earth in itself, she laid herself down on the earth, and everything that grows is still her body. And that is something that I can feel inside of the forest. And that is why I meditate here as well. The dragons, all of them, no matter what kind of a dragon god, because there are many dragon gods, they all represent an element in nature. And the closest the element with you, the closest you are with your dragon god or goddess. They can be male or female. It doesn't even, that is how, that depends how you feel them, of course. There is nothing written down about the dragon gods that you have to follow, because the dragon god wants you to, how you truly are, how you are yourself. So the dragon gods are the elements of nature in itself, in the embodiment of nature. And of course, it's not because they are not completely the light that they are bad. The dragon god is being feared by people because they don't know the dragon god. Just as simply, I mean, when I said to the people, I believe in the dragon goddess, they immediately start laughing and saying how ridiculous I am, and I have to stop playing video games. I don't play video games, and I should stop smoking weed or something like this. Well, actually, 80%, only 90%. 90% of humanity bows down for a god. Well, I do this a bit for the dragons, the dragon god. well, a different god. That doesn't mean that you have to laugh with it, you know. And that is something that I did. I did worship the dragon god, and that is my next point. The dragon gods don't demand worship. They don't want worship. The only reason why other gods demand worship is because worship equals giving energy to the gods. And that is what the dragons don't need. They already have enough energy. They have the energy to come to you whenever they want, whenever they want to trigger you. That is what they can do. The dragon god can do this. So the dragon gods, none of them demand worship. If you have a god that is calling you out and they demand worship, well, actually that is not a dragon. The dragon doesn't never demand worship because they already have enough power. And I made this mistake back in the day. Every time when I kneeled down before my altar, that my dragon actually was saying, no, you're on equal level. On equal level to God, I said, yes, on equal level. On equal level to them, because your spirit is one with nature, your spirit is one with us. So don't kneel. As after all these people on this world, you are not the one that should kneel. They should kneel to you. That is actually, sorry, that came out. They should kneel actually to you. That is what it is, as being a dragon spirit, awakened by the dragon gods. So, like I said, no worship. But what you can do is to show this appreciation for them. If you can show them that you love them, and in this expression, I call this a dragon ritual. But these rituals that you are making for them is simply because out of respect for the dragon. And so you are making rituals, and this is as well as creating energy. So to connect with your dragon god. So making rituals for your dragon god is not something they are against. It is actually a connection between you and your dragon god, and that is actually something very beautiful. That is what the dragon gods appreciate. I learned that the dragon gods, all of them, appreciate dragon rituals. Does it make you a dragon ritual? Kinda. Yes. Yeah. Just when you feel your dragon god, you want to connect with your dragon god, then do a dragon ritual. How to do so? Listen to your instincts. Yeah, like I said, the dragon gods are all a collection of all different kinds of spiritualities or religions even that come together here, and that is what draconic Wicca or the path of the dragon is. It is all a collection of, you take the dragon deities out of every single kind of civilization from back in the day. For example, Tiamat is from Mesopotamia, Quetzalcoatl is from Mexico, and Fafnir is from Scandinavia, and so on and so on. So every corner of the world the dragon was being worshipped, but they only had one deity where they were. So here, draconic Wicca, we recognize all of them. We recognize all of the dragon gods as being the elemental, and because that is also what they saw them. I mean, other places, other elements, and other times, another time zone, and other element, because every single dragon deity that was worshipped in this religion was seen as the embodiment of an element. For example, Quetzalcoatl, he was the air. He was the air in our lungs. Fafnir was the fire. He was the fire, and he was sitting on the cold. And other places, yeah, that is what people actually don't know. They don't know about this history that the dragon gods had with humans, that they are widely, in the entire world, they were worshipped, kneeled down, prayed for, and that they expected the dragon gods to welcome them once they were dead, once their time was up. That is something that you cannot even imagine anymore now. That you would say, yeah, when you die, you go to the dragon gods. Now they would say, no. But back in the day, it was like, yes. Like it was amazing. Yeah, the dragon god welcomes me. And that is why they worship the dragon, even though they are not asking it. They don't ask for worship. Never in this entire history of the dragon gods or that they were worshipped, the dragon god demanded worship. Never ever. That is also because Quetzalcoatl, for example, for the dragon god of the air, said, don't give anything to me if it's not coming from you. Don't give me sacrifices, dead people. I don't need that. That is, he was actually the dragon god of compassion, and that is where I base my spirituality on the dragon gods, on everything that I learned from them. And that is what we do. We should base our entire thing, on the things that we hear and understand from the dragon gods. Draconic Wicca in itself, or the dragon gods, this is a solitary connection, This is a very, very solitary connection that we have. This is not a gathering of all of draconic Wiccans or people that follow the dragon. No, this is actually you and your god, or gods in this case. This is a story of you and your gods. This is something that you have to know, that you don't come together and worship something together, like for example, people now, they come together and worship a god. Well, the dragon gods, people has to become, they are invisible when you are with the dragon god. With the dragon god, it is about you and your dragon, and that you focus yourself on you and your dragon, God in this case. This is not about love and light. This is about you and you alone. You are the connection that you have with the dragon god. You are their key. You are their, in your dragon knight. This is a triangle. This is a triangle. This is a connection that you have together alongside with your dragon god and your dragon guardian, but as well as your dragon god. And that is why the dragon god is saying that you're equal to them. But that is also the reason why I said the other ones should bow to you. Other people should bow to you, even though they are not belonging in the dragon's gate. I sometimes have the feeling that they should bow to you because you have a dragon spirit, and that is connecting with the dragon gods. And of course, this is not something that other people will do, of course, anytime soon. They will rather ridicule our faith, and I had my fair share of having that people ridicule my faith. But it's not. We are not with many, and if you are in a minority, you can have this. You can come across this. So this is actually a bit nuts. Like I said, this to come together. The dragon gods are not a god of light nor darkness. They don't demand worship, and they are worshipped in every corner of the world in other times, and were seen as elements of nature. And it's also a solitary connection that you have with the dragon god. The only thing that you actually need to find out, there are so many dragon gods, then who is the one that awakened you? Who is the one that fueled the fire of the dragon inside of you? What kind of a dragon god or element lives inside of you? That is for you to find out. I started to believe in the dragon gods once I saw a dragon in general. Once I felt the dragon for the first time. I felt my dragon for the first time, and it felt amazing. It felt like a goddess. But then later on, I connected with another dragon, which was a dragon goddess. The other one was just a child of it, but a child of the dragon god. That I said, wow, these gods are real, and they have the face of a dragon. This was a revelation. This was really, because no one ever in my entire life said the dragons are real and they are gods. It's like, no, I immediately would say no if someone said this to me. But I had this experience with this, and I could tell this to no one because no one will take me serious. And so I did my path and connection with the dragon gods alone, to understand much more of what they are, to understand much more their connection with humans and their connection with the earth. What is their connection with everything? In fact, the dragon had a history with humans that worship the dragon gods. If someone said it has no history, yes, it has. They were worshipped in religions back in the day. But then of course, everything changed and everything became this one. Even like if they say the dragon is darkness, well, even the Abrahamic God was a tyrant in the beginning. They changed it to have this popularity, to gain popularity. That is something that I will never do for the dragon. I will tell you the truth about the dragon gods, and that they are not love and light, and that they are not darkness at all, that they are a balance of it, that they are gray, that they don't seek for light or dark, they seek a balance. And that is what is natural. That is why they are saying that they are one with nature. That is just natural to have this balance. Everything is conflict, everything. So why love and light alone? This is not draconic Wicca. Draconic Wicca is a search for the dragon and a search for balance. And a search for a relationship. A relationship between you and your dragons, inclusive your dragon gods. So like I said, this is the only thing that you need to do to figure out the closest dragon god to you and which one of them fueled the fire inside of your spirit.